All right, fellas, gather around. I got a story to tell. My first fight in my life. I gotta let you guys in on this story, man. I want to start story times on this channel. Just watch the gameplay in the background. Just keep yourself entertained and just listen up to what's going on, right? I want to get right into it. So, in order to get into my first fight, you need to kind of know the background of what my life was like growing up in my situation, and just, you know, I got to give you the setting. Every story, you got to start with the setting, right? So my setting, my first fight was in middle school. Middle school, I want to say either 6th or 7th grade. Like, it definitely wasn't my 8th grade year, either 6th or 7th grade, I can't remember. So I was either 11 or 12 years old. Now, as far as my middle school, my entire life, I grew up going to school with my mother in my school. So my mother, if you guys don't know, well, of course you don't know, I haven't told you yet, but my mother was my assistant principal in middle school. She was the assistant principal in middle school. When I was in elementary school, my elementary school was in the same building as the middle school. So even in elementary school, even though my mother wasn't the assistant principal of the elementary school, she was still in that building. And when I got up to the middle school, I moved up to the upstairs. So 6th, 7th, 8th grade, she was my assistant principal, right? So I was known as the kid like, yo, your mother is the authority. Your mother is the assistant principal. Like, so I can't get in trouble. There's no way I could get in trouble. What I'm gonna do? My mother's right there. She's upstairs. She's down the hall, whatever. Like, it's bad. Like, there's nothing I could do. She's not just the phone call. She's the person they take me to in the school for discipline. So like, I can't get in trouble. So that's what makes it like even like kind of crazier, right? Now, one day in school, I'm in the auditorium. I'm like chilling. They used to have us in the auditorium all the time, like before school would ever start. Like, if you came to school, say school start at 8 o'clock, 8 a.m., and you get to school to 7:30, 7:20, whatever, you got to go down to the auditorium. You got to sit there. You just got to wait it out with your friends. Everybody just be chilling, talking to your friends, do whatever, right? Now, I wasn't no crazy popular kid in school or nothing like that, but I had like people I was cool with. So I'm just sitting there and I'm chilling. Now, there was this guy in my school that everybody like universally hated. And I'm telling you right now, I wasn't a fighter at all. I already told you that I couldn't get in trouble, but I wasn't a fighter by any means. Like, fighting is not my thing. It was never gonna be my thing. It's just not me, right? So this guy in my school, everybody hated him. He was just very, very annoying. He was a short kid. Let's call him Bill. Let's call him Bill for the sake of the video. I need to keep people's identities concealed. I gotta keep them concealed, right? But we're gonna call him Bill. So everybody in the school don't like Bill. Bill came to the school. He's short. He's annoying. He get on everybody's nerve, everybody's last nerve. He wasn't a jerk. He wasn't a mean kid or nothing like that. But he was one of those kids that was just super annoying, like always up in your face, always being too loud, just being too much all the time. When you needed him to just like, yo, chill out, calm down, relax. Like, you're doing a lot. You're doing too much. He was like one of those kids. You just doing too much, bro. I need you to relax. I need you to chill out. So Bill is already kind of universally hated in the school. And I understand this. Since I knew everybody didn't like Bill, there was nothing I had to worry about in terms of fighting Bill. I wasn't gonna get jumped if I fought Bill. I had nothing to worry about, bro. Ain't nobody was gonna get mad at me if I fought Bill. People was gonna be happy if I fought him. So you gotta be like smart and pick your battles and know when you can win something and when you're gonna lose something, or what the consequences of that is gonna be, right? So going into this, Bill's who I'm gonna fight. It didn't matter to me because, hey, everybody don't like you anyway. I'll be doing everybody else in this school a favor. Now, me specifically, I have no problem with Bill. He was just like, he was there. He existed. Like, he was cool sometimes. Like I said, he wasn't no mean kid. He would talk to me here and there. Like, I'm always respectful. I'm always a nice person. If you want to talk, you could talk. Like, I don't got no hate for you, bro. There's no reason to, right? So if I'm telling you guys, like, we're cool and I don't got no problem with him, you're like wondering, okay, so why would I end up fighting him? Like I said, he was just annoying. He would be extra for no reason. So we sitting in the auditorium and Bill is just like sitting behind me, like two rows behind me in the auditorium. And I'm just feeling something hitting me on the back of my head, back of my neck, back of my shoulder. Just something hitting me, tapping me. I'm like, yo, what is that? Like, what's going on? What is it? I turn around and Bill just sitting back there. He just launching apples, throwing apples at me. Like, you know them little sliced apples you get when you was in school, the little packets they give you? He just opened up the sliced apple packets and he like throwing these at me. And I'm like, yo, bro, like, what you doing, bro? Like, what's wrong with you? chill out. Like I said, he's always annoying. Like it was just annoying. Like, why are you just throwing this at me for like no reason, bro? So I got up and I'm just like, yo, telling him like you better relax, you better chill, like stop, bro. And I don't know what got into him that day, but he was feeling kind of tough. So when I told him he need to stop, he need to chill, he gets up and he's just like, kind of like, I don't remember the exact words, but like the energy, like you're not gonna do nothing anyway. Like what's up? Like he stand up to me, he come up to me, he kind of just like, not square up to me, but when kids come up to each other and they about to fight, before you put your hands up, you go chest to chest, or you go face to face or whatever, right? For me, it was his face to my chest, because he was short, like I told you, right? So his face to my chest. I think in middle school at the time, I probably been like 5'8" at the time. I'm 6'1" now, I was like 5'8" then, and he was shorter than that. So he like face to my chest, all up in my grill, not my grill, but in my chest, right? Like, sorry, I don't want to throw out the short jokes, but it is what it is, man. So yeah, he's there and I'm like, yo, like, you need to back up, like chill, relax, whatever. I don't even remember what escalated it to what degree. I don't start fights unless I get hit first. I feel like he did hit me, but all I remember was kind of not blacking out, but I just grabbed him up and I put him in like a chokehold. I've been watching too much wrestling, bro. You know them little wrestling rest holds they be doing when they got you on the mat? Not when they grab you up under your neck. Not when they grab you under your neck and like actually choking you, but they have their arm around like the back of your neck and they kind of holding you tight like under you like this. So I was holding him like that. I wasn't really choking him for real, like up under his throat, but up around his head, just had him tightly there, bro. And I just held him for that, like that, bro. That's how I be fighting people, bro. I'm a grappler. I'm not a thrower. I don't throw hands. I don't kick. I don't punch. I don't do none of that. I like fitness. I like working out. I like getting strong. I like having strength, and I use that strength to my advantage. Hands is to the advantage of people that got speed, and you got speed, and you could throw them, you could retract it, you could come back with it. I knew that speed wasn't my thing, but I definitely had size. I had strength on him. So once I grabbed him up in that, I held him, and he like kind of hit me in my head and my face and shit, and like, yeah, he just hitting me, bro. And everybody, like, in school, everybody get excited, everybody get lit, everybody starting to go crazy, like, oh, there's a fight in the auditorium. Now remember, my mother's the assistant principal at the school. Something I did not mention to y'all is my mother's best friend is also working at the school. Obviously, people got friends at work. My mother's best friend was the dean while my mother was the assistant principal. So my mother's best friend, the dean, she gonna come down, she actually see the fight. And the funny thing is, bro, I held him in this headlock for a while. Like it felt like it was a while before any authority came to put a stop to this. And I'm like, yo, I wonder like why nobody coming, bro? And I kind of asked it after the fight, right? Like this is the whole fight, like literally me putting him in this headlock until authority come. Nothing else happens. I'm just holding him down like this, right? So I'll technically like win this fight. But by the time like the authority comes, like, all right, they take me, they stop me. The dean comes, my mother's best friend, she comes, she like, yo, that's enough. That's it, right? So they break it up and they pull me away, and they just take me to my mother, take me to the office, they take him, whatever, stuff like that. And that's really much it for the fight. But I'm wondering, like, yo, I was holding him for so long and authority seen it. So my mother's best friend actually tell me, when they telling the story to their friends, like later in the day, they hype. They're like literally hype, bruh. She was like, yo, my mother's best friend was like, yo, I seen you choking him. They was like, yo, Jelani's in the fight. That's my real name, right? Jelani's my real name, right? But y'all call me Jay. A lot of people struggle with my real name. But they was like, yo, Jelani's in a fight, bro. Like, and she sees it and she just stopped. She like, oh. Like she was gonna like rush in there and stop everything, but she seen it was me. She just stopped. She like, oh, let him cook. Like that was her legit energy. Like, yo, let him cook. Cause she knew I was a good kid. She knew I ain't fighting nobody. She knew I ain't hurt nobody. Like, so from seeing me in a fight to her was like cool, cause she's like, yo, he's standing up for himself. Like he actually growing a set of balls. Like I know I'm authority and I'm supposed to come stop this thing, but hold on, let him cook. Relax on that. Right? So it was crazy. Like she literally said that, and they was hype, bro. Like when I tell you I was not in trouble for this fight in any capacity, like there was no punishment for me at all. And my mother was like hype hearing the story. Her friend is hype telling the story. Literally going home telling my family, telling everybody like, yo, Jelani was in this fight. It was amazing. Like he was holding up in the chokehold. She's like bragging about the fact that I'm like choking this boy and the fact that she just let it ride and she didn't do nothing about it. So yeah, man, that was really how my first fight happened. Like I got away with it. I didn't think because my mother's assistant principal that I'd get away with it, but I really got away with it because, like I said, I was a good kid. I really didn't do nothing, and she was actually hyped to see that I actually would do something to stand up for myself, and I wouldn't let nobody bully me. So yeah, man, I guess you could say I won my first fight. It wasn't no real crazy one. It wasn't no slobber knocker. We wasn't throwing hands. Like I said, I'm a grappler. So any fight story I tell you, most of the time, 9 times out of 10, I'm gonna tell you I choked somebody up. That's what it was, and that's all it's gonna be. If you know, you know, bro. But yeah, man, if you did enjoy the video, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. This is J Athletic Gaming, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.